As of this recording, Team Sonic Racing is the latest Sonic racing game. For what it features, fairly enough was done for it to be called a good game by the people who enjoy it. But the reception it got, ranging from mediocre to satisfactory, it shows that the number of people who would want to buy and play the game cannot really be as big as how many would buy and play Mario Kart 8 Deluxe or Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. The presentation of story mode is not reliable, and neither are much of the objectives within. And the team-based gameplay, sure, it's unique and causes you to be strategic, but not everyone prefers to play and race like that. It just makes the game perfectly suited for people who like to play together but not battle each other in the process. Best friends and purely related family members more particularly. So it does limit the number of copies sold in at least one way. And if it's a kart racing game, why are we racing with actual sports cars? Do we have to explain to Sega and Sumo Digital the difference between cars and karts? It's quite baffling. Well, in the end, Team Sonic Racing found its place in the world regardless. Now, if Sega wants a Sonic game worth competing in the kart racing genre, I think it should be one that looks, feels, and plays in a similar fashion of Mario Kart or Crash Team Racing, but without ending up having it be a clone or a parody, by incorporating what makes Sonic the Hedgehog its franchise. So, if there should be an actual kart racing game that involves Sonic and the very favorite characters of the franchise, this I will talk about is what should be in the game. Well, first of all, but not necessarily foremost, the characters. Who do the fans want to race as in the game? Well, it's not a proper Sonic game without Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Amy Rose, and Dr. Eggman. Shadow is a good addition. After all, experienced Sonic gamers know that Sonic and Shadow always get into a fight when they get the chance. And if Shadow comes along, so should Rouge and Omega. Silver and Blaze are worth adding. Metal Sonic doesn't sound bad. Vector is fine. But I think other favorite characters should be put on the roster. I think they deserve to be given more screen time. If Vector can be played as, so should the rest of his Chaotix team. You know, Espio and Charmy. And if Amy can race, what about the rest of her own team? Big isn't too bad of a companion. And Cream? It would be regretful to neglect her. Sure, she's cute, but that doesn't mean she has no skill. The Babylon Rogues are definite opportunities. I heard that including Zavok in Team Sonic Racing didn't make sense. Hopefully it doesn't happen again when he and all the other Zedi are playable. But what about Styx the Badger? Should she be playable? Well, from what I've summed up, she's been in games outside of Sonic Boom. but such that seemingly her belonging in the Sonic Boom universe doesn't matter. So for her to be playable, that logic has to apply here. In conclusion, all the characters you get to race as should be all the favorites recognized and adored by gamers who are Sonic fans forever. In Team Sonic Racing, one character is limited to one race car, so whoever you play as, you always have to control the same race car that the character is driving. In this game, you get to select from a wide enough variety of kart models for any selected character to sit on and drive. And you can customize the paint job, the decals, the wheels, and even the kart parts. And this is something that Team Sonic Racing actually succeeded with. About the kart parts, they slightly adjust the statistics of the particular kart. The top speed, the acceleration, the handling, the turning radius, and even the brakes. So it encourages you to strategize exactly how you want to win a race. Customization is genius. It lets you decide who do you want to race as, which car do you want that character to drive, how do you want that car to look, and most importantly, how do you want it to function to suit your style of playing. When in a race, there should be boost pads when going along the track, as well as item boxes with weapons to slow down your opponents. They can reuse the Wisps from Team Sonic Racing, they just have to make new ones for this game. I also like to listen to the characters exclaim and tease each other. For that, they can reuse necessary voice clips from older games, but only for the current voice actors. With the new voice actors, only with them they are to make new recordings. Of course, it can be the usual catchphrases and other lines memorable. If there was to be a way to boost, besides a certain item, it should be easy to work with on your controller. The original Crash Team Racing achieved this, and it's a good example to follow up from, but that's just me. And the rings that you always collect in any Sonic game, all I can say about that is find a good use for them. Give the players a desiring reason to collect them so that they have a bigger advantage of winning. As you would expect in Mario Kart and Crash Team Racing, this Sonic Kart Racing game should have racing and battle. Maybe you can customize the number of laps in a race and number of hit points or amounts of time in a battle. And it is applicable on local and online play. The tracks and battle arenas, I'll leave the creativity to the developers. I just have this to say. Just make sure that each and every one of them is differently challenging and in a way that they can be enjoyed. And the cooperative gameplay from Team Sonic Racing, seeing how it gave the game its name, from my point of view, it's a good option to feature it. But I think it should be made accessible only in local multiplayer, given that it's one of the reasons, if not the reason, for Team Sonic Racing targeting a specific audience. Now, I'm aware that Team Sonic Racing also features standard single-player racing, but it's not what made Team Sonic Racing the game that it is. My point is, you need to be mindful of the content that you put in order for the game to get its rightful identity. The last thing to discuss, should there be a story mode? If so, foremost, the story should be creative, while dramatic and action-packed. Sonic's the biggest star, so no question you'd have to play as him throughout the whole story. You ought to find yourself racing against a lot of the other favorite characters, not to leave out Dr. Eggman. Side characters should be seen also. Orbot and Cubot are perfect, and I don't see why not Omochao. I'd also like to see new characters debut. When you're playing through story mode, there should be objectives, so you don't race any track once. And as you progress, you unlock stuff. Carts, parts, customizables, and even playable characters who do not appear in the story. Maybe it doesn't make sense, but playing only as the characters who are in the story is not enough. Just to get this out of the way, you should also be able to obtain unlockables by accomplishing tasks outside of story mode. And the cutscenes for the cinematics, please don't make them like Team Sonic Racing. Even for me, they were just bland. So if there ever comes a time to decide to develop and publish a game that involves Sonic the Hedgehog on a racing kart, it needs to be done right. The way Mario Kart and Crash Team Racing is doing, Team Sonic Racing wasn't enough to get in the competition. The game does have potential, it's just that the specific audience it aimed at, it gave only that audience the motivation to play it. And I think that this Sonic Kart Racing game that I talked about can reason even more gamers, but only because it plays great and there are many ways to win and you can do a lot. And as long as it has potential and it's beneficial, it will be much more profitable. But what do you think? Do you think there should be an actual kart racing Sonic game? Do you think it should be better than Team Sonic Racing? Do you think the game should play similar to Mario Kart and Crash Team Racing? And what do you want to see in the game? Leave your comment, and thanks for watching.